How's it going, everybody? I realize I don't have my light on. Surprise! No, I forgot to turn the big light on. And y'all are so far away from me, I'm scared I won't be able to see. Howdy, howdy. All right. Hoping y'all can see. I have my old light on because that other light was like blinding me. But when we have to see colors, I'll know which one to change it to. I'm so sorry I missed y'all last night. Y'all been working on my room, and the next thing I did, I looked up and it was like 7 o'clock, and I was like, I had nothing out. My table every night I put up, I mean, nothing was out. So I had to miss y'all, but I knew I'd be back today. All right. In case you're just jumping on or you're watching the replay, make sure that you follow and not just like. That way it'll notify you when we go live, or it'll let you know you have a new video to watch if you missed the live. All right, let's see who all we got. Sherry, Lynn, Cheryl. Oh, from Kansas. All right, no excuses, really. Listen, and I'm still been painting today. You should see me. I have like paint all over me. I mean, it's just sad, but I accidentally bought 2 of my paint that I was painting the shells with. I finally got everything in there now. I'm painting the shells, and I bought 2 containers, and one of them was the right color and one of them is the wrong color, so it made me have a good stopping point. Hey, Miss Donna. Hey, Miss Pauline. All right, so if you've been to the Dollar Tree lately, let's see, in ours, I think it's right when you walk in the door. But you know, every Dollar Tree is different. And these are like little solar powered big lights. I haven't put mine outside, so I don't think they would come on since I've had them inside, so no. But I'm really not worried about that because I'm painting them. We're gonna do like a little dangly ornament with 2 of them that I went ahead and painted. And I painted it this Dixie Belle just drop cloth. It's just like, you know, a little kind of off-white. It's just like a stark white. These come in, I know, red and green. I think there might be a yellow, but there was only one other color if there was. But this is what they look like when you see them. And I'll show you. I mean, it wasn't hard to paint. So we're going to paint one and set it to the side, and we're going to actually make a reindeer out of that one. But this one we're actually just going to make just a little ornament to go on the tree. And I only put 1 coat of this on it. Now I'm kind of being a little heavy-handed with it. And this is chalk paint. If you use acrylic, you're probably going to have to use a couple of coats, or depending on what color you want to. But I'll tell you what is quicker. If you want to paint it another color, any kind of color, pink, whatever color. If you'll paint it white first, it covers everything up, especially white chalk paint, and it makes it easier to paint any color. Because, you know, that white just covers up everything. That way you usually only have to do 1 coat of the other. So I'm going to set that upside down and to the side. It already came with a little holder. I guess you can hang it outside, and it's got the little solar part on the top of it, but we're going to use ours inside. I guess maybe if you did it a clear color, a really light color, just a brush stroke, you probably can take it outside and let it charge and then use it. But I'm sure after this chalk paint, if it came on, you would probably not be able to see through it. But if you ever need little solar lights for anything, you can always take these apart and use the lights later on after Christmas. All right, I don't think I really like that silver part. I really never do anything with silver. I should have painted it while I had the chance, but I think maybe I'm going to cover it with a ribbon. Let's see if ooh, and it's slide. I'm just pinching this and it's coming right off. our Dollar Tree stinks. Sometimes our Christmas has not been very good. The few Christmas things that I got a few weeks ago, I got in Augusta, about 30 minutes from here. Thank you so much for sprinkling that in Connecticut. All right, hey, from Flippin', Arizona. Hey, Mama. All right, so look, I'm going to take these little things off. I'm going to kind of keep them to the side. They may help me when I put them, but I'm just pinching it, and they're coming right off because I think I'm going to just cover this with, I thought about glitter, but you know, I'll show you my glitter thing. I finished the little topper on my tree. The puffy paint is drying. It's taking forever to dry. But I think instead of painting these, I'm just going to, these are all the ribbon that I picked out for this. And I'm not, the little truck, you wouldn't be able to see the seam. Let's do the little candy cane one. I got this $2 for about 3 yards at the Dollar General here. If you can find like a lone Dollar General out in the middle of nowhere that nobody ever goes to, those are the Dollar Trees you need to go to. They always, we have one here in Waynesboro, and it's like, I think everybody just forgets it. It's out in the middle of nowhere. And so when you go to it, it's like best thing. It's so neat. It hasn't been picked through. Everything, you walk down the shelf and it's just like you side to side, all this Christmas stuff. Now, I went to this got my Dollar General stuff probably about, what, 2-3 weeks ago. So I don't know what it looks like now. Alright, so I'm just going to see how far it needs to go around, and then I'm going to cut it. I'm going to leave the little solar part open. You don't ever know if you want to put something outside. And we can put the little hanger back on it. So, I'll be able to need to see where those holes are too. Alright, I'm just holding it down and cutting around the top. You know, I can always get my jute string and clean up these edges if you ever get to an edge that you just don't think is neat anymore. But the top's probably going to be covered by enough stuff. Alright. So let's see where our little holes are. And I think I have my X-Acto knife close. Means share the video. Facebook doesn't allow us to say share because spam. Oh, thank you for explaining that. I always wondered why they said it too. I just thought they were meaning like, don't try to force your followers to do anything they don't want. It's kind of really what I thought it meant. I'm glad you explained it. But nobody ever told me I couldn't say it. I don't know where it is. Probably in some rule I probably just clicked on. Alright, I'm just going to take my X-Acto knife, and because I just like these little hooks. I think they're going to make where I don't have to like, you know, I'm just going to stick it back through there. And I found it on this side, so let me go ahead and glue that little part down so I won't move it. And I didn't have time to grab it or to charge it, but I wanted to let y'all know I got one of those little irons in today. The little tiny iron. So hopefully if we have time, maybe tomorrow if I'm tired of painting on those cabinets and getting all that ready, I'll take a break. But I'm not going to try it unless y'all see it. And what I'm going to try it on is that cheap wrapping paper. So we'll see if it's just a myth that it doesn't let anything wrinkle, or it doesn't let good things wrinkle. We're just going to be some testers on here. Hey, Mahala. Some of us use different words. Oh, I always like to call it spread the love. Yes, that is sweet. Spread the love. Whoever came up with sprinkle is really cute too, I think. They were doing it long, you know, when I started watching videos, I really couldn't tell you who started that, but whoever is, it's kind of like finding out, putting the glue stick on the end of the glue, and it helps you, whoever, it's like, you know, the wheel for crafters. Okay. So, I mean, to me, this looks super cute. Just, let me change my light, y'all. I'm just gonna have to deal with the ugly light. No, it was this one at the end, I think. There you go. I got a kind of an ugly seam I got to take up, and on the top, it's kind of needs a little. I think my ribbon is not. It's kind of a ribbon that'll fray a little bit, but if you use maybe a ribbon that. But I can always run like a little bead of glue around it, or put like a little tiny jute, which you always have plenty of. So let's go ahead and do this other one really quick. Aren't y'all so impressed that I had these painted before we came on here? I know my mama is. She always says, do all your paint, you know, time-consuming stuff before you come on here. And I'm like, I'm trying, Mama, I'm trying. All right, all right. And y'all, my room's coming along, so I would give y'all like a little pan view of my room if all the stuff that I had on the shelves, because I kind of started organizing it on the shelves before I got it painted, so then I had to take everything away, so it's everywhere on my floor. So I can't show you because you would really think that I had hoarder problems. But the shelves look really pretty right now. You know, like after you like paint the bookcases, I painted all white, but the back I put these wood pieces in it, and it's like the natural wood on the back, and with nothing on it, it's probably the prettiest piece of furniture I've ever seen. But because I have to put doors on it, because nobody's going to want to see inside and you get all your crafting supplies in it. But probably before I put everything back on it, I'll take a picture of it to let y'all see, you know, what it looked like in the beginning before I destroyed it. Okay. I mean, you won't be able to see it. It'll have doors on it, and I got these neat little caddy holders that you can pull in and out of the shelves. I got contact paper to put on top of my shelves, because if I slide it in and out 1,000 times taking my supplies out, it's just going to scratch it. No matter how good a prime I put on it, it's already done it twice. Alright, so I'm going to put these back on here. There we go. So, I think they're really cute, kind of just how they are. And you can't really tell this light, but it's not a stark white. It's that drop cloth. Y'all can still not see. Let me tame it down a little bit. You think I'd play with this. Alright, let me tame the color a little bit. Okay. Alright, that's better. It's really, so like this is really white, and this is not. I don't know. Maybe I got this halo little light thinking that it was going to just be the bomb.com, and it's not. As Buffy would say, don't say bomb.com, Mama, that's old. Okay. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to put these together a little bit, one higher than the other, and then we're going to put some different bows on it, and I have some little pigs to put on it. I got one that's a little frosted or floxed or whatever you call it. I can't say it today. So I really like that with look at little truck, and we got the candy cane, and we got this little gingham bordered. And this is just like a jute string that has beads on it, and every now and again it has a little tiny wooden truck. I found this at Hobby Lobby. It was regular $6 for, and you get a really lot of, 5 yards. But, you know, with the sale, it was only $3. So, if you're in there, get it, because, I mean, besides the red color, you really could put like a little pumpkin on that, like put a little pumpkin over the Christmas tree. You don't have to use it for Christmas. All right, so I'm gonna get our little jute out, and let's see. Hey, like here and late also, all the lives say bomb.com. I love the truck. Yep, bomb.com. Every time I say something really old like that, she's like, oh my gosh, Mama, nobody says that anymore. Let's see if that would really clean that edge up, but the jute is so small that you would see the, okay. I'm not going to worry about the top edge, but it looks really cute right here. So I'm going to find my seam on the back for this. And I'm only probably going to put glue on the front, on that back on one side and the back on the other, because it's fitting in there pretty snug. Yeah, I bought the little string with the jute. I have not used it one time yet for anything. So let's see. Am I gonna be like, is this really gonna bother me? And put something around the top. I don't think it looks so bad with nothing around the top. And like I said, so much is gonna hang down from it. I think it'll be okay. All right. And even though the weather was pretty today, I did not go out and get any sticks for us to make a pick. I've got 2 or 3 little things to make them that I found, these candy canes and some elf feet that I want to do some picks for Christmas trees and for wreaths. Okay, so far we've just put the ribbon around the top, and I put a jute around it to clean that up. So now I'm going to get me a bunch of string out, and I've thought about how I want to do this, kind of like mittens. I guess we could just take a lot of jute and get jute of any size. You know, I think it would really look pretty if you put, the beads on it, but I've kind of been doing those beads to death, I think. So I said I was gonna give it a little break. So we can kind of put it together like a mitten type, and then see how far we like it. You can leave it mitten where you can angle it. It would be really easy to as an ornament to hang it over a branch, and you could do it whatever side and let it come back together. I like this angle right here. There you know that they're together, but yet if they're side by side, they would just point out. So just probably letting this bulb fat part right here hang out in this groove. You could actually go ahead and glue it together if you just want it to be like one ornament. I'm just sitting here thinking out loud on what's the easiest thing to put it on the tree. Because when you get to putting your ornaments on a tree, after a while you're like, okay, let's just go with the program. And if you have it where you can just set it over the limbs, would not be bad. But let's see. Y'all, I really think I like it, that I may just want to go ahead and glue it like that. Put the ugly sides together. Like the seam, where the seam on the is coming. Yes, I think I'm going to do that. Okay, and I'm going to put the fat part right there. So it'll go ahead and just be one ornament for me. But these would make really good picks. And what I mean by picks, and I'm probably saying it so totally wrong, is this. Like when you go to any craft store, and you want to get all these stuff, stick it in your trees and just make it beautiful. And I see all these people's trees at the top, and it's just seems like so many of them. But I mean, some of that stuff is like $10 a piece, and I'm thinking, if you went and bought 10, you're looking at $100. I'm thinking, I'm not fixing to go pay $10 and then say the next year I have another idea, you know, that I don't want to use those same things for anymore. I guess even if you got them on sale and you bought 10, that's $50. I don't know if I'm just too cheap, but I'm not going to do that. So, I'm going to get branches from outside, and I'm going to get the branches that I don't have to worry about, you know, them dying or rotting or whatever, just, you know, stems outside. And like, say you could take this, and we'll be able to put it, I'm going to get the branches heavy enough where you could put this on the end. And then, you know, you could stick several of them on one branch and put it in there. I mean, and these are, you know, they're only $1. But there's some things that you can get, like the elf feet is what we'll probably make tomorrow. And that, you know, it's 2 elf feet. So you could put like 2 sets on each branch and, you know, have them all over your Christmas tree like an elf tree. And you've only spent, you know, maybe $10 instead of $50. I love to save money. I don't know if I love my money or what it is, but because I spend it all on crafts, but I guess maybe I'm just thinking I can get more crafts if I'm, you know, come up with good ideas about it. Funny story about bomb.com. Lily's teacher kept writing bomb.com on his school papers, and being old school, I thought she was referring to a website, so I kept trying to find a site. A teacher friend told me that it was just the same. I hope the FBI doesn't come knocking on my door thinking I'm trying to make a bomb. That is hilarious. Oh my gosh. Hold on. It's trying to fall apart, y'all. I got to put some more glue on it. Maybe it's not meant to stick to this paint, and it was, I know it's sticking to the jute, but it's got to go on the fat part of this thing. But that is hilarious. Thank you. Somebody said my light just slid down. I know I would need to quit running my mouth and hold it together, because of course it's sinking in the jute in the wrap just fine. Put it right there and it won't move. It's because my hot glue gun gets so hot too. The glue part gets so hot. We're so hot, you know, we're so hot that we're all sitting here on a Friday night crafting. Yes, we have the light. All right, let's see. All right, if we hang it down, I don't know if I want to do that, but I really think that's, because even if now that mine are together, I still maybe need to, you know, put a loop so I can hang it. And if it gets to be the loop is too long, this is kind of stuff I think about, you know, I'd have to knot this on the tree. So do I want to, all right, let's see. Let's just go with this. All right. All right, stay together, my friend. Your light just slid down. That is so funny. Love the trucks. Okay, y'all just gotten real quiet, and when it nothing comes up on my little feed, I automatically think that it's thinking, and it's gonna pop up and say your internet connection is weak or something, and that's not the truth. It keeps doing it until I shut my phone down and start over. My luck, I probably need to go get a new phone. But you know, I've had this phone for a really long time, but nothing's wrong with it. I put it in one of them life-proof cases, and I don't ever take them out. All right, so y'all maybe throw me some hearts, or somebody say hey, so make sure y'all can still hear me. Can y'all hear me? Okay, there they come. Thank y'all, thank y'all. I was just starting to get worried. Okay, even though I'm gonna make a loop, it's together, so I can't really pull it apart, but it's just gonna kind of be my tree hanger. And I made it kind of long, and if it gets on my nerves, I'll cut it and tie it. But hopefully, I mean, you know, sometimes you can just do like this and make, you know, something a little shorter. I hope I don't have to do that, but I'm scared if I make it too short, you know, it won't dangle down just far enough so you can see it really pretty on your tree. So I'm just doing an old school girl knots, what I call them, because I don't know any fancy knots. I know, like, I used to know some knots. My boyfriends used to take me fishing when I was young, and they show you all these cool knots, how to fish. And see, I don't know any of that anymore. And they all say, "No, that knot's not good." You know, your next boyfriend, "That knot's not good. You need this knot's better." Listen, whatever makes your fishing line not fall off is the knot. Okay. So I tied it, and I put a little glue on it so it wouldn't slip off. My glue gun is life. Okay, let's see. Let's hurry up and get this one done so we can do Rudolph. Hey, Sheila. Oh, we got two Sheilas on here. Hello from Louisiana. Hey, Helen. Love you and your ideas. Thank you so much, Yvonne. All right, let's see. We did like a real bow the other night. Let's do another messy bow. You know, those are like my favorite. Because you just can't go wrong with them. You don't have to worry about loops. When you set them in your box and put them up, the next year, they look just as good. Where, you know, any other bow you have to like... Ooh, I'm using my... Well, I thought I was using my yuck scissors. Maybe I'm cutting too many wires with my good scissors, and I need to get some new ones. Okay, now we got this good, and I think I got this ribbon, y'all, and it's really nice at just Walmart. It says it was $5, and I've got over 8 yards for $5. Is really good. All right, and this truck Christmas farm ribbon was at the Dollar General, $2 for 3 yards. I don't think we've used it. And it's got a black little lab on it, so you know you've got that black in there too. And I've got the black and white, the black and red check that we're going to do for our reindeer, reindeer, just whatever we're going to do regular for him. And so I didn't want to put any black in here, but I figured that the little lab was small enough that it would be okay. All right. And I think I'm going to put this in here, but I'm going to cut this in half. And you can do that. Besides like the truck ribbon, to me with these bows, you can cut a lot of ribbon down. You know, if it's just too... you know, big, or you just want a lot, if you want to put a lot in it, because I mean I've seen some messy bows this big, so really sky's the limit when you want to do that. Now we're going to put a little bit of, I've gotten lately where I like it when we see a little bit of jute hanging down. I think it's because when I put a hanger on it that it's jute, it seems like it pulls that hanger into the bow, so it's like this hanger is going to be part of the bow. That's just kind of the way my mind's working. Oops, I don't have anything on the outside of this, so I've got to find the outside. Oh, that ought to be fine. Oh, why would y'all do this, Hobby Lobby? I mean, really? I mean, like, what's the end? Now, that's just a sad thing. I don't know how you find it. Oh, there it is. Woo-hoo. Oh, and it's actually 2 pieces of jute. It's like a regular piece of jute and red. And it's got a truck, and then you'll have these little beads in between. Then another truck, and the beads slide. That's really cute. All right, so in order to get the trucks on the end, I'm going to cut it just about 1 inch past the truck. Which I don't know how that's going to look in the long run. And then... oops, we're just going to have like some little excess here. You probably can cut it because it's glued right up next to it, but my little truck would fall off. And we'll use this little extra piece. Ooh. And it's red. And all we do is just pinch, pinch, pinch. Then I'm gonna tie it on the front. And I have messed up and tied these on the front, and they look, all right, there's my phone saying that it's down 20% and it's plugged up. So I'm gonna have to make sure what's going on. And I thought it was my little tower crapping out. The little towers with all the USB ports off. But, okay. Since these are pretty big ribbons, I'm probably going to like dovetail them at the end. But I love that. Oh, it's like hanging down a little bit in the front. Oh, I like that. I bet you we are doing great on time. Oops, I almost cut that one the wrong way. Have you ever done that? Like, all of a sudden you look at your bow and you got this point where you went the wrong way. I'm talking about up on a reef, already up on your door. Never saw it. I've done that. Yep, me. Okay, now that's really cute. Can't really see the truck. Maybe I should have thought about how I cut that ribbon better, but you can see the little tiny truck, so I really like it. I think it's cute. Maybe this way down. We'll pinch that together a little bit more. Give it a little lift. See, it was really flat, so I'm going to take it and pinch it together. And they're wire ribbon, that way it's a little bit more compact and a little bit more messy. Okay, let me see the best way. I almost hate to cover up the cute little part. I know what I'm going to do. Oh, don't mess all up. It seems pretty sturdy now. I'm going to put me a knot right here with them together. So my bow, I'll have something really good to put my bow on. So I just knotted it, put a knot right there. All right, let's don't burn our fingers tonight. All right, let's hold it there for a second. Make sure you tie off the beads or they will fall off. What I did, Chrissy, is I cut it where the truck is the end and the beads are in between two trucks. So the beads can't fall off the way I cut it. I had to throw a little piece away even though I used the red to tie my bow, but the way I cut it, they can't fall off. So you're gonna have to come over there after our trip to Tennessee and bow. All right, I sure will. Make sure you tie off the beads. You too cute, super skinny, adorable, super stinking adorable. Can't read. I think it is so cute. Besides the ribbon you're already gonna have, you know, these were a couple of dollars, and like I said, if you take them apart and all that, you still have like the little solar part. I really didn't do anything to them that can't be undone, but you know, none of that stuff ever lasts outside when I buy, especially if it's like a cheap thing. And these were like only at the Dollar Tree, so the little bulbs and all that probably will last, but one good rain, mine probably wouldn't. But can you imagine a lot hanging from a tree, if they worked, would be really pretty outside, especially if just the sun could, but you would definitely have to make sure because it's a really tiny little solar panel. All right, so there is our ornament, which is going to twist. Hold on, let me see if I can hold it where it won't twist. It's so cute. I mean, you could put initials on here, Mr. and Mrs., like if it was a new couples, their first Christmas together. Oh, that's a good idea. Really cute. And kind of when you look at this, I don't know if you can kind of tell. If I were to put black on here, this kind of looks like either a snowman's head or a body. So you could put black around here and just draw your little snowman and get you a little carrot to put on here. That would be so pretty. Good kids project too. So if y'all do that, y'all send me some videos so I can post them. But I think it turned out really super cute. So let me put it back here. Hate to put it on the ground. All right. But yes, you have to tie off your beads or they will fall off. But like I said, if you cut it, you lose a little section. But if you cut it on the outside of one truck and the outside of another one, the beads won't slide off. So, but they make an awesome little messy bow accessory. Because you can really see the trucks. I don't know, let me get it closer and I can show you how. You can't see the trucks in the ribbon, but you can really see the little trucks on the front. And y'all could decoupage these. I'm kind of a little gun shy about decoupaging right now, but you know, they're just plastic. So you could really, you know, put all kind of things on them. You could probably somehow put a stretchy ribbon on there. Where did you get the bulbs? I got them at the Dollar Tree. And I don't remember seeing these a few weeks ago. I just saw them maybe 2 or 3 days ago. So I think it's kind of, for us, it's kind of a new thing. And it looked like she was making some room on the shelf today. Like maybe they're having like a second wave of Christmas things come out. But it was kind of, if you're from Waynesboro, it was kind of by the door. You know when you walk in there and sometimes they just have stuff right by the door, like little flashlights or something like that. This was for us right by the door. I don't know where it would be for your other ones. So when I went by there today to grab my little organizing things for my shelf, they had put a lot of the little headbands out. They had a lot of little elf ones, you know, sequins ones, just all kind of cute. And I just thought this was super cute. So I really want to, that one completely dry, but a little bit. I want to put these on the top of here. But y'all, this is going to be maybe a bless your heart because I got to figure out how to get this piece on here. And it's too skinny. So I went digging in my thing and this one I may have to take this off. And just kind of come up with my own. I need something to be a little bit bigger. So all I have is just like a little wood piece. And I mean, and I can put a little bow on his antlers. So I'm not worried about seeing the wood piece. But I really liked what we did for the other one to cover up the silver. If you have silver in your decor, leave it silver. But I was not breaking out the spray paint. I tend to be more gold or stuff got glitter on it. But let's see. This is I hate to do this and this, but maybe we'll make it, we'll do this because it kind of looks like this, and it'll be kind of the extension of his antlers. So we'll just do this because I think this is too big to see what it is, and we don't need very much. Let's see. Try not to touch that. It's got one little part that's still a little wet. I'm not going to worry about the holes this time because with this piece, I'm not going to be able to put it back on here. But I'm going to keep it right there just in case our idea does not work. Y'all, what will we do without hot glue? We'd have to like do a crack and then wait. And that would just not be fun. So whoever came up with hot glue, I wish I knew you, so I could say thank you. Buffy, oh, she's not in here. I was going to tell you, missed me saying the bomb.com earlier. I know you love it when I say that. It's so in right now. Hey, remind me to tell you this story that somebody just told on my live, Buffy, about what the teacher was writing bomb.com on her papers. It's hilarious. That is so something I would do. Okay. And I really like this little, this drop cloth color. It's almost a little off-white, because it kind of is closer to like a skin tone, as far as like if you're doing a face on something. It's, I don't, even for Christmas, I just am not a stark white person. Okay. So just like on the other one, I think I am going to put jute on here. That just cleans those edges up so good. And sometimes if you want your jute to line up with the other one and try to make the seam as less noticeable, cut your jute at an angle. So when you put the angle on the other side, it just, sometimes it doesn't make it completely invisible, but it helps it if you're going to have a project where you're probably going to see the seam, to try to make it lay down as flat as you can. And I did it a little bit. Hopefully it'll turn out where I can show you. Okay. See how it's hard to tell where it starts and stops, because right there I cut it at an angle, so it's not as noticeable and you don't really have those humps. Gotta get the Waynesboro Dollar Tree. You just gave me all kinds of ideas. I know y'all, listen, just sitting here thinking, I'm like the snowman, and single, I just kind of wanted one. We've been making all these big ornaments, and I thought to myself, I need to keep making big ornaments, or I'm gonna have like 5 or 6 huge ornaments, and then my little rinky-dink ornaments. So I had to make me one that was big. But a lot of these little ones would be really cute, especially if you're grandkids or kids and you like to make ornaments with the years on them each year. So let's see. I think I am going to put this on the top. I just think it needs something to help me. And I didn't want to put a huge piece so it would be noticeable, but I wanted something to put his little ears on. Okay, I'm gonna put him upside down. That one little piece can quit drying. All right, I've got my, feels like there's plastic in here and it's just one continuous piece, but I probably can pull this red back and it can give us a little, cut the antlers off. Oh, I am gonna cut them off of here. But I was just saying, I didn't know how, I need something flat, and if it's an angle, and I think I just figured out maybe what I'll do. Instead of cutting them right here straight across, I may cut them here, so the flat part that's still the band, it'll be flat enough to stick to my little piece of wood. So let's see if that's a good way to go. Y'all take this and run with it and change it, and because like I said, we're just sitting here and we've thought about 2 or 3 other things to do. This would make a cute garland, like, the garland here. And do each one of them with like Merry Christmas, or you could do 3 with Joy. All kind of stuff, y'all. Y'all make me want to go back and buy some more bulbs, and I only bought 3. All right, so let's see. Okay. Oh, I started tearing it. No. All right. Okay. So just kind of, now that I've taken this apart, there is a little piece of plastic that goes straight down into this, but it would just be a thin little piece of plastic. So I'm going to cut on either side after I put this back together that I just tore. I think I got another pair, but because he was just so cute. But you know us crafters, we can fix anything. We're gonna fix this up. And these are the kind of things I like to get too, and use this for like a stencil. Like say you wanted just to make this out of a piece of cardboard, or you wanted to cut a piece out of your own cloth, because you don't really need the little stick that's up in there. You know, you've got all kind of craft sticks, a popsicle stick, and just put a little stuffing or something in it. And this can be your stencil, and you could do black and white buffalo check. You could do any Christmas material you have. But yeah, always keep something like this, because maybe if you're painting something or you're drawing it and you're like, all my antlers are all cattywampus, this way you'll have a stencil to draw it. So, you know, that, you know, just, you don't ever know what you can use something for. Like if I wanted to make a lot of these, I would just put it on, because I got, you know, the ribbon, I would just put it on cardboard or a fabric and cut a bunch of them out and just stick a popsicle stuff to stick up in them. That's just me. I'm cheap. Did you paint the bulbs? Yes, I painted them with a chalk paint. I used Dixie Belle drop cloth, which is kind of really a off-white. But you can use any paint. Just if you're going to use an acrylic paint, you're probably going to have to do multiple layers. Now, listen, I'm not going to sit here and like take my fingernail across this, because I'm sure it probably would come off of it. You probably could distress it a little bit, but remember, I've got a red bulb under here, so the red is going to come through. But as soon as you distress it a little bit, you can put a little brown paint in the distress part, and it'll just look rustic. But don't forget too, oh, the top, y'all, put glue all over this and put cinnamon on it, and it'll look like the little bulb twisty part is rusted. Rusty. I love rusty stuff, and I love to do it with cinnamon because it smells so good. Thank y'all so much for sprinkling. All right, so what I'm going to do is take my heavy duty scissors, and I'm going to cut it on each side. Even if I didn't want this black to show, I could paint it. Oh, the scissors went right. I think I could have used my regular scissors. But what I did was I cut it so I would have that flat part right there that would be able to stick on there. I may just cut one side really close and keep a little long in the inside. But if y'all make other things out of this and y'all do some stuff with them, send me the pics. I love pics. And then maybe I can get some ideas from that, and it just keeps going. Okay. So, y'all, I was fixing to do it like that. Look, the ear would have been going the wrong way. So, let's find our seam on our jute. So that's kind of the back. This is one side. I'm going to try to do it as far away on the side as I can, so you'll be able to tell, you know, it's reindeer ears. And don't you wish there was some way we could do this where it could just stand up, like on your little, like a little, okay. That may need a second. Because it's that wood, and it's the glue is sinking down in the wood. All right. set it down to do the other one. All right, you don't go anywhere. Okay. All right, so if this is the outside of this one, I need to cut it really close on this side. Yeah, and a little bit longer on this side. But y'all, you know how I love to save things, but I don't think there's anything we can do with these little pieces of plastic except maybe I can use this as a glue press and quit burning my fingers. All right, so this has got a little piece of white on it. I think it was the tag. Oh, I don't want to see that. Okay. All right, Dollar Tree, yes, she did. You could set it in a short cup. You could. Listen, I was watching this little show, and this girl used, what do you call it, spackling to make foam for the top of a cup. And on my little tier thing, if I can ever get around to it, I want to do a, like the whole little decorations like hot cocoa. So, but she said it takes like 2 or 3 days to dry. So we probably could do one like she did on here, but I'd have to do one in advance to show you. Okay, so I'm gonna do this here. It's kind of big, but I'm still liking him. But if you wanted him to be a little shorter, you could cut straight across there because the plastic inside of it is very small, and the cloth and the stuffing, you can go right through it. All right, so you put me a good dab of glue right here. Oh, this is so cute. Okay, this is gonna be the back because this is where my seam is, but this is the front now. Oh my gosh, y'all. That is hilarious. It's big and gaudy, just like I like everything big and gaudy. This is me to a T. Okay, so I've got a little nose for Rudolph. Oh, we got a little, I think that's where I put my finger on it earlier. We're gonna make a little bow. And then I've got a little sparkly nose. I do have like a really dull one, and it's a tiny one, or I could go get a bead, but y'all, is this sparkly gonna go with this rustic black and white check? I mean black, and I can go grab a bead. I'm trying to think, is it gonna go? And hold on, I've got the pick that I want to put some of it on here. Has like a little flopped nose that wouldn't be as bright, and it'll match. He's a trophy deer, he sure is. Oh, I'm getting blurry on your end. Oh gosh, don't tell me that. Hold on, let me check my phone, y'all. It's not charging, but we don't want that. Because it says I only have this. Buffy, will you bring me your charger, please? Because it says I have 10% left and the cord is not charging. All right, y'all. So did y'all say anything? Sprinkle looks good. I like the berry better. I do too. I love this, but you know, this just is black. This buffalo checks are really rustic. So yeah, it says I have 10% left and now it's not charging. And we're almost done. Hold on for just a second, y'all. You do not want to lose, y'all. Here, let me see if I can hear it. But I can see the little charge thing on it now. Okay, y'all, I think I'm okay. All right, here's my flocked berry on there. And I can knock a little bit of the flock off so it's not so white. All right, so let's get a little bit. I've got my puffy paint out. Okay, the last thing I'm gonna do is put his little eyes on, because I don't want to put his eyes on and then put the bow on and mess with him, and he his eyes, I have to repaint it. So let me get a good little pick part off of here, because I feel like he's gonna need some forest to go with his rustic look. So get this whole pick. And these are the parts right here that if you use a pick, and say like if you cut little things off a long one, save the picks and then you can put stuff for Christmas on them. I don't always have that way, but yes, they're very sturdy, so you can always put different things on them. All right, let us make our bow. And I almost liking kinda, I don't want to cover too much of him up. Okay, this ribbon is fairly wide, so hold on for a second. Let me go grab my black. My plain black is still with all my Halloween stuff. So I thought this was it, but we'll use this other too because it is like not jute like we used on the other one string, but it is a type of string. I thought it came from the Dollar General. I thought it was just a little black ribbon, but it happens to be black cord. I like the berry better. You're good. It was only for a couple of seconds. Thank you. I think blurry and like about to peter out is probably the signal for my phone. And I don't know if my little cord, I mean, on this extension cord, if it heats up, I'll be so glad when I get in there in that room and I won't have to move anything, and I'll have an electrical cord right in front of me each time. I thought about saying, ooh, I'll get me this like really nice little camera. Oh, I mean, don't get me wrong, they're nice and all that. They're like $300 and something. And as much as I love y'all, I just don't know if I'm gonna go all that out. All right, I'm gonna pinch it, and I'm probably gonna end up cutting this down. But I want to be able to like look, you know, do. I don't think I'm gonna dovetail this one. More rustic is not like the little dovetail way. And y'all, you can put all kind of messy, things in these messy bows. Like when you rag material, I've seen rag material in them that is just as cute as ribbon. Oh gosh, it said for a second, y'all, it couldn't see me. All right, and we're coming up, it says, y'all, I think on just an hour. So if we lose you, I'll just show y'all a picture of them. I hope I don't, because just for a second it was like poor signal. All right, so let me cut just a little bit of this down. And I'm gonna maybe cut it at an angle, but I don't want to dovetail it. That's just kind of a little fancy for, he's my rustic trophy deer. And I like, once again, the little strings on here. I don't know if that's something I'm going through right now. I just put some pieces of string on there and they're just kind of hanging down. I love those. I'll probably give them all a little haircut, but I just like that. All right, and see how that is spread apart? This is what I did the last time. I just took both sides and kind of scrunched it so you can't really see the knot, and it just kind of fluffs up the bow. And he might be a little too, the bow might be a little too fancy, but he is a Christmas ornament, so I've got to make him a little bougie. You know that. Maybe this will be like Rudolph's girlfriend. I wish I would have put the black around the, but it's all right. Okay. All right, so that's what we're looking at right now. No eyes on it. I would say maybe if you had wire in it, you could, like, you know, especially if you put like little elf things out the top of it, like make it a little whimsical. All right, but we're still gonna add a little bit of our holly stuff to this. I don't want anything to happen to my phone while I'm doing this, because it's extremely black and white right now. I got to add a little Christmas something in here. I want to put some more green in it. Let's see. Alright, I still have my paddle wire out. A couple of seconds. Hey, James Tucker, Cynthia is Otis's daughter. You can't have an antler if she's a doe. Oh, see, Miss Jane, Buffy would have looked at me and said, Mama, if it's a girl, it can't have that. It'd have been like our little gnome girls. Maybe she just stuck some antlers on her head. Remember, like when the Grinch puts those antlers on his dog? She would have just had her own antlers. Miss Jane, I would have so done that and wouldn't have thought anything about it. Okay, I'm gonna put this right in the center because I gotta make it look a little Christmassy. Because I think it looks good, but it's just not looking a little Christmassy to me right now. Got a little cluster of... Oh my gosh. Buffy and Chris would have killed me if I would have made her say, oh, it's a girl. And she'd have had antlers. They would have just shook their head at me like, really, Mama? And I'd have been like, well, you know, I can't change her now. Is a member of our church. Oh, hey, Janice. All right, so, okay, y'all give me some hearts if y'all like him. I'm going to get the little puffy paint out, which I do have my marker. Let's do that instead. Let me put the marker on here. And I'd give me some little eyes over here so I'd remember what they look like. Okay. Okay. And all we need is some white puffy paint for his little sparkle in his eye. Oops, but it's not gonna be that one because it's not open. Yeah, this one's open. The tip is all messed up where earlier I was trying to do my right. One more. Hold on. There we go. Alright, y'all, might be messing up on his eyes. Okay. There he is. She can't have antlers if she's day. Cynthia James Mary. Cynthia, you wouldn't be you without your Can you imagine it be like, look at this little girl reindeer? And Buffy would look at me and go, no, Mama, she can't. All right, so I like putting a little Christmas in the front. And what I'll probably do on the back is just maybe take for her and do her just a little or him, put a little bit on the back. I thought about maybe putting something up here, but that will change his antlers. But I can't put his little, I got to let his little eyes dry. But I think I'm just going to put this little hook right here on the back. You'll see it from the side. And if you wanted to put them in a wreath, you could just take your hot glue gun and probably burn a hole in this plastic right here to put your like pick up in. But yeah, I might have to work on his eyes. He's a little sad, his eyes. Well, maybe you can't see them. Or maybe I did it backwards. I should have did the white and the little, okay. All right, well, I'm so glad y'all liked what we did tonight. Please don't fall over. What we did tonight, this and this, and then I'll show you, it's probably still drying. I finished my topper for the little tiny flocked pink that we started the other night. I don't know if you can, it's glitter and puffy paint, and I put some like sparkly glitter in that. And I'll just put it in the top of the tree. I just painted the back like a pink, and I may put maybe little red polka dots on it just in case somebody goes behind the tree. It won't just be pink, or maybe big white polka dots, you know, and that way if I get tired of this side, I can just turn it around to that side. But I made it with, I used one of my little sticks. Remember, we cut it out of poster board, and I just used puffy paint and some glitter. You know how I am about glitter. But the males drop their antlers in the winter. Females keep antlers until babies are born in May. I don't think females have antlers. Sheila, I think she was right. Girls don't have antlers unless they're maybe like elk or whatever. But yes, I like candy too, and I like the puffy paint. It kind of, I don't know if I can turn it to the side where you can see it's not flat. That's why I'm at the end of this puffy paint is me trying to make it really puffy and look like a piece of candy and chocolate. But I'm gonna make some more little ones. But tomorrow we'll make another pick of some kind. I love the candy. Males drop their antlers in November, leaving them without antlers until the following spring, where females keep them. Oh, okay. I knew that they dropped them, but I didn't ever know that females had them. But, you know, I don't hunt. My kids and my husband do. They love it. But, you know, I'm not getting out of a warm or cool bed. Because here, if you go hunting right now, the mosquitoes will take you up. And they have to put all that clothes on. All right. Thank y'all so much. And y'all have a good weekend. And if anything goes really good and I'm not busy tomorrow painting or whatever, maybe we'll do another live and another cute ornament. But if not, I will see you Monday night. Y'all have a good weekend.